You have described a lot of work um, being done within the Black and Brown community. Like you have said, these young men that I'm working with feel that they have to do that work, but they're not the only ones who should have to do that work. I think like Kai and I are acutely aware of the unfairness of even asking you what should be done when what really should be done is us, right? Like when you look around LA this weekend, do you see enough white people out there?
I see a lot of allyship. I also see a lot of challenges. It's really interesting because there's a lot not only happening on social media, where I think we're seeing both white, Asian, multiracial communities coming together to help stand peacefully in protest, but we're also seeing and hearing reports of folk that are coming out deliberately to vandalize and hijack the movement that I think
Yeah.
those who are fighting for liberty and fighting for freedom have attempted to pursue. And so it's an interesting dynamic. What I will say, though, is that at the end of the day, and you've heard this repeatedly, we have to address this virus of racism. And in the midst of COVID-19, and you said it at the top of the program, right? We've been dealing with inequality and social inequality and economic inequality and health disparities for ages. When you look at W.E.B. Du Bois and what he wrote about the Philadelphia Negro back in the early 20th century, he talked about very similar conditions. These conditions have existed for centuries. And what we're seeing in this moment, what makes this moment feel so different, is that I think people are just fed up. Right? They're
Mm-hmm.
fed up because they don't feel like things are going to get better. And they don't feel like there's an avenue in our democracy to make them better. But what we need folks like you and Kai to do is to ensure that we are changing the law and that we are addressing these issues related to both race, but also racial inequality in our society.